So I think it's important that we at least share some fun memories from our time with Coach Beam.
Yeah, there's
Um,
too many
it's too
memories.
many memories. But maybe for me, I remember my junior year. We weren't doing very well, and so um, every day I would be counting down like the hours
Oh,
before next practice. And I think Beam always reminds me of this anytime we come together. But I wasn't very happy that my junior year, and Coach Beam would be like, "What's up, Loudy? You count down the hours before next practice." And I think a lot of that was due to us not having a very successful season that year. And so the
yeah.
following year, Coach Beam would come up to me and he would always say, "Loudy, what you think about this year? You still count the hours?" And it was the exact opposite my senior year.
Because you guys were winning.
Yeah,
That's
because we were
why.
winning, and so
My senior year, we were losing, and you guys were messing my senior year up.
so part of my experience with Coach was that it takes hard work. So there is a lesson from that funny experience, and he never let me forget that even though there's some hard work, some hard times in there, it is going to get better with that
Yeah,
consistency. And
exactly.
so he never let me live that down.
He
But
always
I'm
talks about that
I'm
story.
grateful, for him and supporting me and continue to push me through my football experience. So
One of the things about that story is um, just to give it some context. I felt like our practices, he ran us hard. Like I think it was double days. We had practice in the morning and
mm-hmm.
then practice in the afternoon. And the way that we practice in the summer heat, it was hot.
People were throwing
And people were
up,
throwing up,
fainting,
passing
passing out.
out, and I mean that's like prepare you for the season. But then when the season rolls around and we're not winning, it
It's
just yeah,
it's not good.
it's not good. You're like you're running for nothing,
Do it again.
do it
That's
again, or
that's the one phrase that I'll never forget. You could be anywhere on the field and you'll hear "Do it again."
either that or smaps. They'll call your name, smaps.
Yeah.
See me after practice for smaps. You were running like for another 20, 30
So not
minutes.
only did we get in trouble on the field, Dad was waiting in the parking lot for us to get off practice. We get in the car.
Exactly.
Why? What?
Why it
Why you
take so
take so
long?
long?
Yeah, exactly. And he,
So
but then when he found out why we were taking so long, I don't think Dad.
he was like, "Good.
Yeah, he's like good.
Yeah,
He's like
you do."
you're supposed to listen to the coach. You're supposed to
Yeah.
do what you're supposed to do.
And
So
Dad loved Coach Beam. Dad
he
was a
did.
big supporter
Big supporter of
of
Beam.
Coach, especially in his like first, especially that first year.
That first year,
He would
yeah, Pops was like always,
he supported
encouraging
him,
Beam,
encouraged
even when
him.
we were
Yeah,
losing. And we didn't know this till later, but Beam would tell us, "Man, I always appreciate your pops because he
yeah.
always came and told me,
It,
hey, don't worry
it'll
about it.
get better.
It'll get better."
Yeah,
I didn't know that it's gonna get better for you in your senior year.
it got way better for
And
us in our senior year.
I had to sacrifice.
Appreciate the that 87, 88 team that
Yeah, you
kind of
better
laid the foundation for us.
if
88,
if you
89
see any of
team.
those players tomorrow, then make sure you express that
I
gratitude to
will.
them.
I will. But yeah, some fun experiences, at least for me. So many stories to share, but I think that was one that stood out.
Yeah,
Develop and
I mean
watch.
his consistency is
Yeah,
like
it's
unquestionable.
no lie.
Let's see. My fun memory would be, I mean, I'm not gonna say no names. I'll just keep it anonymous. If I remember correctly, like they bring out all the equipment out into the mat room, and then you go in there and you pick up your equipment. Was that how it went?
Man, I don't remember,
I
but
don't
that
remember.
sounds like
It was something like
on
that
the wrestling mat.
on the
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
mat. They had all the, and then you came in depending on if you were like first string, second
You
string.
had your first pick
You
if
had the
you were a
first
starter.
pick of the
Yeah, yeah.
equipment.
I remember.
And anyway, so I was first string, so I got to go in there and pick my equipment and stuff, uh, and then the next group of people came in, and apparently after we left, everybody got their equipment that day. We came down to the field. There was some equipment still left that hadn't been taken or hadn't been chosen, and one of the sophomore kids who was JV snuck in there and took some of that varsity equipment, because they had equipment for varsity and for
Right,
JV.
right.
Some kid,
Which won't pass any
it,
safety inspections
no,
today.
so some kid went in there when everybody was gone and took that varsity equipment. And so after everybody had their equipment, we were padded up. Somehow Beam did inventory, found out that there was some equipment missing, and then I think somebody snitched on that dude because they saw him go in there by himself, and he took the nice shoulder pads and maybe I want to say helmet too, but he was playing JV. But you remember we used to practice on one end,
Right.
JV was on the other
On the
end,
other side.
and then when they were running Red D, they would always put in like third string offense to come in,
That's
right?
messed up.
And then when he had called the third string offense, Beam found out who took the equipment. So Beam calls across the field for that kid to come up and run with third string offense against red, first string defense. And I was playing outside tackle on defense. And when we came to the huddle, Beam was like, "Hey, see that kid playing running back over there? He's the one that stole the
The
equipment.
equipment.
The equipment." So I already told coach over there running the offense, "O line don't block.
That's
They're
messed,
gonna they're gonna
that's messed
they're
up,
gonna
man.
they're gonna hand off the
That's
ball. They're
terrible.
gonna hand the ball off to the kid."
Oh
And he looked at
man.
me and goes, "Loudy, I want you to truck him."
In other words.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't say truck him.
Yeah, of course. He said something
He
else.
said something else.
Yeah.
But I just remember lining up, and that kid, he's a sophomore, so
He's young.
he's young, but he's also like
But he's talented.
he's talented,
Yeah.
and I can see in his eyes,
Yeah, yeah.
he's like, I'm here to prove that
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can play varsity.
I remember.
As soon as they hiked the ball, the old line didn't even move, man.
The Red Sea parted, huh?
The first defense just ripped through the line of scrimmage, and right when the kid got the handoff, I met him the same time he got the ball and just crushed him. And I remember just driving him back at least 10 yards and throwing him down and just seeing tears come down
That's
his eyes.
messed up. That's messed up.
And then I came back, I felt bad. And then, Bean was just screaming from the other side, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Explained everything to everybody about what happened, and told the kid, you know, don't ever take something that don't belong to you.
Right.
So even though Beam did that, there was a lesson to be learned. I mean, how he taught the lesson, it might be questionable, but I'm sure after that day,
Effective.
I'm pretty sure that kid didn't touch anything else that didn't belong to him. That's the kind of teacher that Beam was. I don't know if that'll work today in today's.
Yeah.
It's very sensitive today.
Yeah.
But back then, for us, it was very powerful.
Very powerful.
How he taught, and so I'll always respect Beam for teaching those kinds of lessons. And even though he did that, but that kid, he became a star in the upcoming years.
Yeah.
And I think our younger brother played with them. That's just how Beam rolled.
Yeah, we're gonna miss Beam.
We're gonna miss him.
We'll miss connecting with him, checking up on him at Laney, him checking up on us. One of a kind. He'll be missed for sure.
Man, they don't make those kind like him. I mean, there's not too many around.
Mm-hmm.
So we miss him, and we'll continue to miss him. The town will, the people that he impacted their lives, not only just football players, but just young people in general.
Yeah.
From Oakland, basketball players, baseball players. He was connected to a lot of people.
He was a man of the people.
Yeah. So we love you, Coach Beam.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
And also some love out to his family, to Cindy and the girls. And they were just they were babies.
They were on the sidelines when we were playing. So
some good memories about Coach Beam, a man well respected.